How do you keep it fun and fresh 20 years later?
I mean, you pick the right person to begin with, and obviously that's the whole thing. But it's not the whole thing.
Yeah.
I used to say that was the whole thing and believe it was the whole thing. But no, now, we've lived life, we've been through a lot, and we've been very blessed, and most of it has been incredible. We've been through challenging things, and, there's no one I want to talk to more. There's no one I want to share my experience with more. She's just an incredible mother and human being. And so, because it's all driven by such a fundamental sense of I just like her so much. And I think she likes me too, most days. And we communicate well. So she's a life coach and she is of the highest order. So she is like a seer and a holder of light and love, and she's incredible. So she's always known when we need to talk, when we need to clear something. And I think for a lot of people, if that communication is tricky or hard or just isn't maintained, then things can just become something, even though they don't necessarily deserve to be something. You hear so many people talk about how even people who are divorced and I could have made any of those relationships work if I knew what I knew now.
Sure.
And so I feel like I'm lucky to know with a person who knows now. We're very lucky. We've got 3 healthy, beautiful kids, resilient kids, and we've got still a lot to do and say, and we've got I started late, so we've still got a lot of. I've got 15, 12, and 10, so we're still
You're in it. You're in it.
We are in. We are in.
How do you find happiness? What is your your definition of happiness?
Oh man, whew. That's how would I I think. Look, I like I said, the last few years have presented life in a way that we hadn't experienced before, and again. Everyone's health is okay, and we're, these are not life and death issues, but reframing issues, things that have kind of challenges, and watching, our family go through things that have presented challenges and things to sort of find our way through in ways that have changed the way I see happiness. And, I think I would have answered this 5 years ago, obviously the health and well-being of my family and having everyone sort of pursuing things that they enjoy, and me doing this work that I love, and my wife pursuing the work that she does and is incredible at. But a lot of it was sort of circumstantial, It was based on how are things going? And what I've learned is that, if you have the desire to be happy with any consistency, then you'd be better off not having it tied to any house, car, location, circumstance. And, I think my real happiness these days comes when I'm most grateful. When I'm, where we put our attention, how we put it there in terms of our perspective is everything. And I used to, I think, be a person who let circumstances dictate where my attention went and how I chose to see things. And that's changed. And so my happiness today comes from choosing to point my attention at the things that I'm blessed with, the things that I have, not things that I don't or want to be different. And the center of that is still the health and well-being of my wife and kids and my family, and people I care about. But in every way, I see the choice to be happy. And, I've been making that choice lately, and that's a new experience for me. But it feels way more sustainable.